There is a lot of hype around Fallout 4, but fanboys tend to overhype certain things, so what we decided to do is to play Fallout for the first time, starting with the original game. First step was actually going on eBay and finding them all, from the original to the latest release. But before we get to the actual gameplay, let's take a look at the collection and see what we have found. Fallout 4 comes in a giant case and includes a Pip-Boy. Supposed to go on your arm, but unfortunately the hole is way too small for an adult. Plus there is something inside it couldn't pull out. But again, it is made for the kids. The screen is obviously fake, but fun to pretend. It has a bunch of knobs and tumblers you can play with. Even the light goes on and off with the press of a button, so it's quite an attractive little toy. Of course, the game itself, it's a PlayStation CD that comes in a metal casing. And they even included a bunch of Mr. Clean sponges that you can keep the collection all clean and shiny. In fact, they included more than enough, so I would suggest use some to clean your house. To cover the rest of the series, we purchased Fallout Anthology. It comes in a mini nuke, shit spins on the top, cracks open in the middle, and here you go. You have all the games in the series, from original to Fallout 4, so making our first purchase useless. Except they did not include Fallout 4 or CD key to install the rest of the games, making this purchase completely useless. Well, on the bright side, you get to keep free audible bomb sound. Since we already have Fallout 4, we assume all we need is Fallout Trilogy. Unfortunately, Fallout Trilogy includes Fallout 1, 2, and some random shit called Fallout Tactics. We're still missing Fallout 3 and Fallout Vegas. Finally, Fallout Vegas. Comes with a playable deck of cards, in case you get bored with the game, though I gotta admit, love the art. A book, again, great badass art style, definitely worth it. And I'm pretty sure I saw Waldo somewhere on the cover. It comes with a casino chips of no value, a metallic coaster for a drink, beer wouldn't fit on it, so use it for your shots. DVD making of, and of course the game itself. Now, it states it's game for Windows, but actually it's a Steam version. Fallout 3. The game comes in a lunchbox, apparently. It includes an art book, a DVD making of, a bobblehead, which is awesome, and the game itself. Now, just like Vegas, it states it's games for Windows Live, but this time it's actually games for Windows Live and none of that Steam bullshit. At this point, we completely forgot that we already owe a trilogy, so we continue shopping and purchased Fallout 1 and 2 in a nice dual jewel case. Fallout Tactics on its own, whatever that shit is, and maybe it was all worth it. Because we stumbled upon a golden gem. Based on the reviews, it's actually one of the most anticipated, one of the most high-valued Fallout in its series. Fallout Brotherhood of Steel for PlayStation 2. Unfortunately, we can't show you gameplay or even review the game because nobody today owns a PlayStation 2. We have a character selection screen, which is you can pick a character or you can create one. So we're gonna skip the creation process and just pick whatever we can. By the way, that's Handsome Jack's first appearance in the video games. You don't go with the Max Stone, more like tougher looking guy. I mean, it is a wasteland. I can imagine what kind of horrors await us. That's here. Okay, so the game starts with some dipshit talking to you and escalates into something complicated, those formulas and electronic devices, so we kinda skipped the whole thing. This is awful. I can see a dead body. Can you touch it? Search it. Okay, alright, the bullets and the knife. Why so specific? It had the bullets and there is no gun. It was like a first attempt. They sent the guy out, they gave him the bullets and the knife. Oh, I forgot the gun. So you like the second attempt, they finally gave you the gun. You know, hopefully the later series is going to be more dynamic without all this point bullshit, because so far it's really frustrating, to be honest. You know why they want you out? Because you have like a severe case of OCD. You can't move for shit until somebody else moves first. And then after you're gonna assign points to everything you do. Imagine how he eats. It's like 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, your turn. So now we finally left the original area and decided to travel. You know what I don't like? Why do you have to, like, you have to go where they show you? Like, what about if I want to explore? Like, they told me that the reason the Fallout is so popular, there is choices. Like, example, like, go here, like, fuck it, go, like, to another city, like, go somewhere else. Like, here. Here we go, here's a village.
Yeah, looks friendly.
They're attacking us. So we managed to survive, we escaped the city, and decided to explore something else. We already got far enough. As you see, we changed the outfit. By now we have better weapons, better skills, a little bit more knowledge about the world. Like I said, the game is really interesting, but because it was the first of the series, it never hit major consoles like PlayStation 4.
No, PlayStation back then.
Well, yeah, PlayStation at the moment. But that's why people don't know about the game. But it's actually worth playing. We're planning to beat the game. At least the first of the series we want to beat. Whatever you think.
Yeah.
There is one more thing left to do.
What's that? Kick every animal?
Okay, so Fallout 2. Same graphics, a bit more locations to visit, a bit more things to do. You can become a professional porn star.
Or a boxer.
Or that. Way more bugs than the original game, of course. I would say one thing, try to avoid yellow guys. Don't talk to them, don't shop with them, don't let them walk, and don't even attack them or this happens. Seriously? What the fuck? Okay, go visit the Becky's store and see if the kid just stole something from you. The kids steal, like they have kids who steal shit from you. He stole something?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you know that you can't let this slide. You can't let this slide, otherwise you're gonna lose your reputation. So you gotta shoot a kid, but don't kill him. Shoot him and let the other kid watch.
Wow!
Avoid shooting the kid. The game will let you do it, but it will punish you for that. So we're not going to explore Fallout 2 too much because we still have all these games to go through. And before we get to Fallout 3, we still have to look at the tactics. So, Fallout tactics.
You can't end anything on soul.
So, here's a quick glimpse at Fallout tactics. It's a step up in the graphic, much more appealing to look at, but don't be fooled, it's a completely different game. They took away all the freedom of choice and replaced it with...
Tactics?
Yeah, literally, tactics. So, again, this is just graphically enhanced Fallout, except they took away the freedom of choice, all the conversation options, what else?
Everything.
Yeah, they took everything. Finally, Fallout 3. Before we get to the actual game, let's talk about what happened to the company and give you a little bit of a backstory. So apparently, since the first 3 games were such a huge failure, the company decided to distance themselves as far as possible from those games. In fact, they published the game under a different name. So I gotta admit, the game looks just stunning comparing to what we played earlier. There are some strange effects, like for example, once in a while it gets all blurry, see like that?
Yeah, it's the V-Sync.
Oh, so, well, obviously it's a newer game, so there is a lot of technical difficulties with it. So eventually, what do we get? They changed the company name, they changed the engine, they completely switched from 2D to 3D, and what do we get? A different game? Well, no. Again, it's running, shooting dogs, running, shooting, running, shooting, running some more, shooting some more. It was rats, now it's dogs. You want to make a successful shooter, so you have to follow a successful example. And the only perfect shooter I can name is Counter-Strike. Now, what happens when you execute a headshot in Counter-Strike? Fire in the hole! Now, let's compare it to Fallout. And this is the reason why the game have failed. Just like Fallout 1 and 2, 3 in Vegas is the same game. Same graphics, same combat mechanics. It starts out with your elderly father waking you up and asking you to get supplies to last you guys through another nuclear winter. On your journey, you'll meet a lot of new friends and end up in Vegas.
That's it, partner.
Just like we mentioned, Fallout Vegas have the same faulty combat system as Fallout 3. Headshots don't work, it takes a million hits to kill somebody, and it's just a plain, boring combat. Anyway, finally, we're ready to play Fallout 4. Like I said, we only got PlayStation 4 version, so we'll have to switch to my PlayStation 4 station. Fallout 4 is a massive improvement. This time the game actually has a backstory. You play as a character named Max Stone, and the setting takes place before the war. You get to see your neighborhood prior to the bombs. After you rush into the vault, you wake up with no memories. You can't seem to find your wife or a child, for whom you start searching immediately. For the first time in its series, Fallout 4 was the next-gen game. But like I said, improving the graphics doesn't solve the main issue. Combat system is still lacking. If you want to make a successful game, you have to follow a successful example. If you want to create an RPG or a strategy, there is World of Warcraft. And if you want to make a shooter, you have to look at Counter-Strike. So I'd say playing Fallout was a big waste of time. You say should we trash it?
Yep, let's trash it.
By the way, this is the first appearance of Handsome Jack. Let's start with the... Man, you have to stop fucking chewing. Me too, by the way, it's horrible.